Hi, I'm Isaac Lockwood, and this is What's in the Bag um, for 2016. Start by saying that I'm sponsored by Final Nine Sports, Beast Up Energy Drinks, Upper Park Bags, and Legacy Discs. Just want to show you the bag first. This is an Upper Park bag. It's the Rebel. It's the new bag we just got, so it has our team up on it. Um, Holds lots of discs, super light, very comfortable. Has plenty of storage for cup holders, lots of padding for your back. I like to carry a birdie bag, Legacy birdie bag. SoFly on this side, and I keep, on a course where I don't know exactly what I'm going to come across, I keep discs pretty much everywhere, so I don't use a lot of storage for much anything but discs. And this one holds, I think, 30 or 31. So I'll start with what I throw. I'll start with my putters. I got three. The two main ones are prowlers. These are gravity prowlers. These particular colors just seem to have a little more grip, a little tackier, yet they're still firm, so they just catch the chains a little bit better, so I prefer those. And I pretty much tend to throw everything max weight with the exception of just a couple things. But of course these are max weight. Then I've got it's kind of transitional, it's a Hunter. It's new, I just got it. This one is actually lighter, it's 170, but it still seems to be pretty stable. It's new to the bag. I got it when I was down at the factory and hand-picked it. Got a couple of these bad boys, they're really nice. And I use those for a little bit longer jump putts or shorter up shots that I just want something to hold straight. Then I'll get into my driving putters or headwind putters. Got a red Icon clutch. It's a little bit lighter weight, but these tend to be more stable. But I used to use these primarily for putting. Now I use them for primarily driving. Then we got a purple Legend clutch. Very stable disc. I don't know why the purple ones tend to be so stable, but this is pretty much just for driving or really, really strong winds. And I'll go into what I got up here. I keep a couple other putters. I use the Sinus or the Sinus if you've seen the video. They're both max weight. One's a hard one and one's a medium. Just one's beat in a little bit better than the other, so I can throw a holding turnover that I can trust it to kind of finish left at the end. And then the other one's new. Then I've got a Gator. It's a Star Gator. Vader Gator is what I call it, obviously, because of the Darth Vader. This is just, it's beat in, so it'll hold a line before it comes back left, but it does what a Gator does. And then last disc that's not Legacy, I just put in my bag, it's a Justice. It's a super stable mid-range, a little faster than the Gator, but I throw it a lot of sidearm for up shots, and it's working out pretty good. And I know we're going to come out, Legacy that is, we're going to come out with a stable mid-range pretty soon, so I'm hoping it turns out similar to this, so we'll see. Other mid-ranges, I keep two gauges. These are Icon. One's just, I beat in a lot, so I mostly use it for turnovers, even maybe a roller if I need to, but it holds any turnover line I put it on. And then a new one is just for straight shots. The gauge tends to fly pretty far for, it's a fast mid-range, so I use it for something that maybe it's a touch fairway shot, but maybe I just want to disc down a little bit, and I'll throw a little harder. I'll usually throw a gauge if it's a straight shot. Then I get to my main mid-ranges, which are Ghosts. Basically three. One's understable, middle, and then my most stable one. This one I was actually lucky because these are Icon. These are the bleeders. These tend to be pretty stable, so I got lucky with this one just kind of being understable. It pops up and turns over a little bit, so I've been working on this one for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and it's still just straight, it's just stable, and it'll finish left for me, so that's my go-to. And then my most stable one, it's a newer one. It's just something that I know it's going to go left every time. So these are my main mid-ranges, my go-tos. Then I'll get into my fairway drivers. fairway drivers, these are my rivals. These are my main fairway drivers. Again, I got 3 from stable to understable. The pink one was super straight. I used it a ton, but now it's starting to get understable finally, and I've had this in my bag for about 2 years now. So great. I've got backups of this, but this one still hasn't left my bag. So then I got some Gunmetal Legends. Again, like these are all max weight. This one I've just beat in a little bit, so I can rip it and make it go straight for a little bit before it turns left. And then this is, I believe it's a first run Gunmetal because it's so stable still. I've had it in my bag longer than this one, but it's still just very stable, and it comes back left every time. Then I'll get my Patriots. 2. One's very understable, or I use it for high turnovers or late turning shots that I pop out there and get them to pop up and turn over late. And then this one is newer, still a straight disc. I can get it to go right a little bit, but it still wants to finish left. So great disc, the Patriot. Pretty much do anything with them. Then a roller disc, I pretty much just use it for rollers, or spike turnovers is the Mongoose. Again, Icon. I primarily throw Icon or Legend. And yeah, that's just a great one. You got to have it just for shots that longer open shots, but any roller whatsoever, that's what I go to. Then I get into my distance driver, my control distance driver, which is the Outlaw, which I think we all know about. I've got plenty of them, and that'll change depending on the course I go to. But I'll start with my icons. Red icons, of course, red. But I've got a first run and a second run. The second run tends to be a little less stable, and I've had this in my bag for a while, but it's still fairly stable. I can turn it over if I need to, but I know it's going to come back left. And then, of course, a first run, just for the stability. It'll fight the wind, and it'll still get the flight I need. Then this is my most stable one. It's the Gunmetal. If you know anything about these are kind of freaks. They're very stable. They can handle the wind, but they still get good distance. Then these 2 are new to my bag. I got these also when I was down at the factory just recently. This is the second run Pinnacle that they just came out with. I think it just released. It's pretty fast, and it's stable. When I sidearm it, it actually feels like it's a little less stable than the first. It's closer to the second runs on the Icon. But when I backhand it, it tends to be very stable, surprisingly. So I'm still learning this one, but it's something that I've just got in my bag, trying to work it in for now. But I'm really surprised is these ones, these bronze Gunmetal. It's kind of a new color for Legacy. They seem like a second run, but faster. So they're not as stable as the first, but they're just a really good disc, and they seem just a little bit faster, and I'm already starting to trust this one very, very soon for how short it's been in my bag. Alright, well, I'll go this one. This is the Enemy. It's not out yet, but I got to get my hands on a couple of these, and these are, they're great. They're stable. They can handle any wind. I use them for sidearm. Obviously any hyzer, spike hyzer, and just anything I don't want to go right, I'll trust this one every time. It does exactly what you think it should do, and it's going to be a good addition for you when it comes out. Oh, I forgot these mid-ranges. These are my Protege Ghosts, more go-tos. During the winter it gets really hard. This Protege plastic is it's a lot like the KC plastic, except these are a little bit more firm for me. So in the winter I kind of stick with my Icon, and then the summer comes back, I go back to these, just because that soft feel, and the flight is great on these. They are just a disc that I was waiting for. I'm glad we have them now. And then lastly, my distance drivers. I use the Canon. Used to have a Rampage, but I found some Canons that do the same thing, which is this one, the Purple Legend. It's a little bit domey, and it's very stable, so it kind of replaced the Rampage for me. And it's just, I like to have a lot of the same disc so that I don't have to change my throw for it. So this was perfect for it. So stable for distance, and then again with something right in between that I use for all around. These are the bleeder cannons, and then an understable one. So that's where I use get all my distance from, is the cannon. And I think that's about it. Got the towel. I got this from Don Smith. It's got the Legacy emblem on there, the Team Legacy. So really happy he gave that to me. So thanks, Don. And that is my bag for 2016. Thank you.